Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video. And as you can see, it's a little bit of a weird timing for me, this video. A little bit later than I usually do. If you're from the UK, if you're from the US, this is probably a better time for you. But with that being said, some really important, I feel anyway, important information has come out. And I also want to give you guys a heads up about VR. I know a lot of people who do watch this channel are big PlayStation fans, are either getting it day one or interested in it in some way. So I just want to give you a guide from what I've seen of everything you'll need for the full VR experience, in my opinion, from what I've read, from what I've seen, and from the people that I've heard talk about it. So a lot of important stuff. But with all that being said, I just want to say the gameplay in the background, if you're wondering, is Modern Warfare Remastered on the PS4. Looks beautiful, looks amazing. I will say I haven't played this game in a very, very long time. So you will see me in this video kind of learning the controls again. So I do apologise if I look like a complete noob in this game. And second of all, I also need to say that it's on veteran difficulty I'm playing through. So yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked in it. So it's really amazing and best remaster I've ever seen, in my opinion, that I've played. But yeah, with all that being said, let's just get into this, get into this video and talk about Skyrim and Fallout both getting 4K support as well as mods coming to the PS4. Now, before I get into this, I just want to recap the kind of drama almost of what's happened with these mods. Basically, at one point, around about 3 or 4 weeks ago, depending on when the PS4 Pro was revealed, because that was when this news came out, basically, yeah, it was said that Sony isn't allowing mod support for Fallout 4 and Skyrim on the PS4. Now, everyone was upset. I'm a big old Fallout fan. I platinumed Fallout 4. I was actually going to buy Skyrim day one. Absolutely. It looked amazing. But I cancelled, obviously, the pre-order because it was kind of like, I'm not going to pay full price for a game that isn't getting the full features that I could get on the Xbox or whatnot. So, with all that being said, I'm super pleased about this news, but let's just get into the official article from Bethesda themselves. It says, mods and 4K come in to PS4 for Skyrim and Fallout 4. We're excited to announce that mod support is coming to PlayStation 4 for both Skyrim Special Edition and Fallout 4. Additionally, we'll also be supporting the new PlayStation 4 Pro with both titles. Skyrim will have these features when it launches on October 28th. The new power of the PlayStation 4 Pro has allowed us to make Skyrim render at a native, yes, native 4K resolution. Now that is impressive. I know this is a remaster of a PS3 game, and Fallout 4, in all intents and purposes, is not the most graphically demanding game. But I tell you what, it's another 4K game native that the PS4 Pro can do, and I find that really impressive. Anyway, and it looks better than ever. Here are some screenshots to show you how great it looks. And obviously, if you go on the website itself, that I recommend you do, or go on their Twitter, Bethesda's Twitter, you will see for yourself how great this game looks. And yeah, I can't wait for this game. It also goes on to say, mod support will come to Skyrim first. We and Sony have worked hard to make this possible. Mods on PlayStation 4 will allow you to modify and create your own content by using our creation kits, available here, obviously, on the website. You will not be able to upload external assets with your PlayStation 4 mods, but you will be able to use any assets that that come with the game, as most mods do. By creating a Bethesda.net account, you'll be able to browse and try mods right from within the game. So you don't have to log out, go onto a PC or something to get this to work for you. No problem. You can just play through, and it'll have an option for you to download the mods direct to your console, which is awesome. We are excited to finally get modding to our PlayStation fans who have supported us for a long time. Modding has been an important part of our games for over 10 years, and we hope to do even more in the coming years for all our players regardless of platform. After the work is complete on Skyrim, we'll be updating Fallout 4 for both mods and PS4 Pro. We expect Fallout 4 to take advantage of the PS4 Pro in 4K, along with enhanced lighting and graphic features. Thanks again for all the support. We can't wait to hear about your new adventures. Now that was an awesome, obviously, article. Great news. Obviously, we're getting mods. You know, I was super annoyed, like I said, that we weren't getting mods. Mainly for Skyrim. Like, I love Skyrim, I love Fallout, but I wanted to use the mods in Skyrim, but I didn't think we would. I just generally gave up hope. I was like, do you know what, I'll pick this up when it's £10 on sale or whatnot. I ain't gonna buy it again, and I'll probably never touch Fallout 4 again, since I platinumed it, of course. Now, obviously, this gives me a reason to go back to Fallout. This gives me a reason to buy day one Skyrim, and I'm just super hyped about that. So let me know down below, guys. Do you not care about mods in the slightest? Are you excited like me? Were you kind of, upset when they first announced that they wouldn't have it? Let me know down below. But finally, let's talk about PlayStation VR. Now, obviously, a lot of people who do watch my channel, or the few people or whatever who do watch my channel, tend to be PlayStation fans. So if you're not getting like the PSVR day one, you may be interested in it in the future. So this is sort of, I guess, a mini guide on what exactly you will need. Okay, not what Sony says you'll need, but exactly what you will need for your for your PSVR, and sort of space that you'll need, external stuff that'll come with it, all that sort of stuff. So first up, you will need, and I think this is very important, and I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but it's very important to the games themselves, and that is, you will need a minimum of 6.2 feet of space. Now obviously you can't have anything within that sort of affecting the camera, with the camera angle and all that sort of stuff. Obviously that is for motion tracking, that is for your move controllers and all that good stuff. So completely understandable. Sounds a lot, but I'm sure if you move a few things around, maybe move a few chairs out the way or whatnot, you will be able to fit that in. I have a little bit over the space needed. Now obviously I've heard contrasting things, bear in mind. Some people saying 6.2 isn't really enough. Some people saying it's more than enough and Sony's just going overboard. I think it's better to be safe than sorry. So if you don't have 6.2 feet of space, I'd recommend waiting off until you can kind of either find some things to maneuver, or you find that the space is not as necessary as maybe first thought. But that's just my opinion on that. The second thing you will need to realize is there is a ton of wires that come with this machine. Not really a problem for me personally, but if it is for you, you're gonna have to find a little way of sort of maneuvering them. I know the PS4 Pro, which obviously comes out in November, so it doesn't help us now, but the PS4 Pro does have a USB spot in the back. That will clear up so much stuff. You guys don't even understand how much stuff, how many wires that will be able to move out the way. Sadly, at the moment, you will have to plug everything into the front of your PS4, which will obviously look a little bit untidy, and it won't look the best. So I will just say that to you. If you're a real big, having everything in order, I'm kind of salty about it because I do like to have things kind of neat-ish in my room. And obviously now I've got to get a mini PS4 on top of my PS4. On top of the mini PS4, I've got to put a camera, and then so it's going to be a lot of stuff. But I think it's going to be worth it for me personally. What I want in gaming, I'm more than happy to kind of deal with that. Next up, Move controllers. Now this is a bit of a controversial one because some people will tell you they're absolutely necessary. Some people will say they're not necessary at all. I'm kind of in the middle, but I'm more leaning towards they're absolutely necessary, because although not every game needs them, I'll be 100% honest with that. Not every game needs them, but every game needs them in my opinion, because VR is about immersion. VR is about being in that world. VR is about you being that character, whether it is that weird job simulator character, whether it's, I've heard rumours, it's not confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt, but I've heard that Skyrim may be having a mod or an update that supports VR. How true that is, I cannot tell you, but it'd be nice to see. Something like Call of Duty does have, I'm hearing, a full playable VR section. The whole game's playable in VR, which is amazing. So all that sort of stuff, I feel it's all about immersion. I feel having the Move controllers is a key component to that, in my opinion. So if you are going to get it, I'd recommend spending the extra money. Of course, it's already an expensive device, and we all know it's an expensive device. So, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm, Richie McRich and I can just buy anything. Of course not. But I know that this will make a big difference. So in my humble opinion, if you are getting VR, make sure you pick yourself up 2 Move controllers. Now, on top of that, I want to talk about the games that I've seen, reviews, and my personal recommendations. Now, everyone, sadly in the US, now if you're from the US watching my channel, congrats to you, because you get an absolute ton of demo games. It's ridiculous. You get like 50 or something crazy. In the UK, I think you get between 8 or 16. Absolutely ridiculous. What's going on here? But with that being said, you do get games, you'll have something to play on your device. The kitchen demo is free. I'm hearing that the kitchen is free. So if you're a nutter and you want to play through Resident Evil 7 in VR, you can also do that. My recommendations from reviews would have to be Batman Arkham VR. VR is a very draining experience, because what you got to realize, it tricks your brain into believing that you're in like a alternate reality, as it were, and it actually can be quite draining for you. So having a shorter experience is actually pretty good. I'm not, just saying that. The gameplay is meant to be awesome. It's only around about an hour long, so bear that in mind. But shorter experiences are better in VR, in my opinion. The next one, and this is only from reviews that I've seen that are quite good and whatnot, is Until Dawn Rush of Blood. Now, it isn't a full-on Until Dawn game. It's not as good as, obviously, Until Dawn, the regular game. But what it does is it does add, like an on-rails experience to Until Dawn, which is pretty unique and pretty cool. Definitely some jump scares in there, so if you're kind of prone to them, you're gonna have some fun or not fun depending on who you are with that game, and that's definitely one I'd recommend. And also I'd recommend Job Simulator. Now this is getting quite good reviews from everyone who's played it. They say it's a ton of fun, and it will be my first VR game without a doubt. I can't wait for Job Simulator. It looks so funny. I've seen a ton of YouTubers play it, so they're the games I'd personally recommend for you personally, in my opinion. The next thing I want to talk about is 360 audio. Now this can kind of be overlooked a little bit because of all the great features that come with PSVR, but 360 audio is very, very important. Basically, the little earbuds you get with your VR headset are awesome. Apparently they really do work. You can, if you turn your head, you can hear people behind you. It's a 3D audio sort of thing. The only problem with that is obviously the VR works with any headset. Not all of them have that, so it may be a little bit of a problem. If you turn around, you may not be able to hear people and stuff. So that's my only thought on that. This is, you know, not a review. I don't have, you know, I'm not like an early access sort of guy who has it. This is just from what I've heard, my recommendations for you guys, from what I've seen, from the research I've done, games that I'd recommend, you know, space that you definitely need, and different, you know, accessories that you'll need. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, comment and subscribe if you're not already. And also, I'm going to put a poll up on Twitter maybe in a few days, so obviously follow me. You'll see in the top left or right somewhere my Twitter handle. Go follow me on there, and I'm going to put a sort of a poll. What VR game do you want me to live stream first? Now, I won't have any chat on the side or anything like that. I'm just going to live stream for you guys to watch. But I'm going to do that in a few days once I've got my games all set up. But with all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in a new video very soon.